Yes, guys, welcome back to Chelsea Till I Die TV. My name is Jacob. Welcome back to some transfer news here with Joseph from Joseph Chelsea Blues. How are you doing, mate?
All good, mate. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Palestra news. Do you want to get us started?
Yeah, I mean, this deal was a very fast deal that we managed to get done in a matter of 24 hours, basically. Like, I remember seeing Fabrizio Romano tweet about it, saying, "Oh, Chelsea are trying to hijack the deal from Atalanta, or was it Inter Milan? I think it was Inter Milan, because the player was at Atalanta.
I think it was Caligari.
Well, he was on loan at Atalanta, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this deal went fast. 55 million euro package. I mean, I'm only hearing good things about the player, so I'm not going to judge him straight away. But Xabi Alonso wants him, then I'll trust it. That's the only thing about this player that I'm going to say at the moment. But Palestra, hopefully, he does well. He's a wing back, which is very interesting, as we haven't signed a wing back since probably Marcos Alonso. So,
Well, we know Xabi Alonso obviously likes playing with wing backs and things. So how much?
exactly.
But do you want me to be blatantly honest?
Go on.
How much did Marco Palestra go for again? It was quite a bit of money, right? It was like
55 million euros. So that's about 47.5 million pounds, basically.
Okay, and how much did Tottenham get Robertson for? Tell me the number. How much? It was swear it was a free. It was a free, right?
Yeah. Well, he's
so
old,
Liverpool
so you expect that.
Okay, but Tottenham got a world-class fullback, and we get a very unknown Serie A. We don't know much about his stats. Were decent last season, but like, and obviously
Robertson was best Serie A defender last year.
Robertson wasn't obviously. He wouldn't sue us, right?
Robertson's fell off. He's fell off.
Okay, but he's won stuff, and the thing is, right? I'm not saying we should have gone and bought Alonso. I've just counter-argumented that, but what I'm saying is that I think it's a shocking signing. I think it's really bad. Again, he could potentially do well. What? So how are wing backs? All right, let me explain. How are wing backs going to work with Reece James? He can't be a wing back all season. He ain't got the legs.
You can play centre back.
Reece James.
Right centre back.
No, he can play centre back and a free at the back.
That's what I mean. Right centre back.
But we don't know if Xabi Alonso is going to definitely do it free at the back. Right?
I think.
We don't know, right? I don't think it's good enough. I think we should be going for higher standard players. I don't think it's an ambitious signing at all. I know he's done well at Serie A, but if I ain't mistaken, it's one of the first seasons he's had of Serie A football, of playing at.
I get where you're coming from. The general consensus I'm getting for this player is a lot of people are saying it fits into the Bluco model, like the way it fits into the wage structure. But the difference is Xabi Alonso actually wanted this player.
Okay. But the thing is, what we saw from how Caligari, that was where where did he play last season? Caligari. Yeah, it was Caligari.
It was on loan to Atalanta, I'm pretty sure.
No, from what I'm looking at, it was on loan to Caligari.
Oh, so
from Atalanta. Yeah. So basically,
the other way around.
Yeah, I thought it was that. I think you were confusing me, or I was confused myself. But what we learned about his time at Caligari was that he's not a very good player in big games, I would argue. I know some people would question that.
We'll see how he adapts to the Premier League, because the Premier League.
Yeah, but you think about it. You look at the fixture list of Caligari. Luke lost to Napoli, lost to Inter, lost to Lazio, lost to Juventus, lost to Atalanta, and again, I know Caligari's not a great team. I think he done quite well there, considering. But I don't know, man. If he had another season of it, then maybe. But I know he's very versatile, which is good. He can play right mid, left mid, right back, left back. I know he's predominantly a left wing back, but yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with it, but I kind of half get where they're coming from. We good to move on?
Yeah, yeah.
Moving on to Maxime Lacroix to Chelsea. Are you having a laugh? Like, generally, like, Guehi went to Man City now, and we're like, oh, we'll just get his teammate. Yeah?
The thing
He's,
is, I get, like,
mate, he's better at doing TikTok dances than playing football, right?
right. What you were saying about Mark Gay here, I know you're annoyed, but
It's not even that
he
I'm that annoyed about that.
he is good. Like, let's be honest.
Okay. All right.
He's won
all right.
3 trophies in about 12 months.
Okay, my older cousin's good at playing football.
But no. He's in a
Palace
team. He's in a Palace team who won the Conference League. I know it's the Conference League, but
all because of him, yeah. All because of him.
That's massive.
But all because of him. No, there was 5-6 players that had better seasons than them.
Not all because of him, but he's a big part of that.
Yeah, but there was 5 or 6 Crystal Palace players that had a better season than him. I would argue.
There's him.
Eze. Okay, no, right. We'll talk about the FA Cup because the Conference League. I know it's like Palace's first European trophy,
Conference League community.
Right. But talking about that FA Cup season.
Those 3 trophies.
Okay, let me talking about that FA Cup season. Dean Henderson had a better season. Eze had a better season. Guehi had a better season.
But Lacroix was still up.
Elise had a better season. Elise had a better season.
Elise was at Bayern.
Oh, okay. Mateta, you know what I mean.
But still, Lacroix is up there with one of the best performing players in that team.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
There's no standards anymore. There's no standards. And, like, not in a critical way, but you're the same person that will shout Bluco out, all of this, whatever, this actual genuine concern that's now been hijacked by a bunch of tourists. Like, you think you can shout your Bluco, you can shout that, but
listen,
the fact that you think your standards are low, Lacroix is not a top quality player. Maybe if he had another season.
You know, Lacroix is better than nearly all of our centre backs.
Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, I know that shows where we are.
Exactly.
Okay, but I don't think he's better than Colwill or Fofana. I know they've been in very different situations.
He's better than Fofana.
No, I don't. I know Fofana hasn't had a great season, but I think he's good at passing out the back.
How many 90 minutes has Fofana played in the last 4 years since he signed for us?
Mate, he's won more trophies at Chelsea than Lacroix has at Palace, though. I'm pretty sure. Right, well, technically, Conference League, Club World Cup, that dodgy pre-season cup that we won twice.
That don't count.
I mean, it does. It does, though.
No. So, Lacroix has won more trophies than Fofana has at Chelsea.
He's got more views on TikTok than Wesley Fofana.
Yeah, that's not difficult, is it? Like, come on.
But what I'm saying is
Lacroix is better than all of our centre-backs.
No, he's not. No, I don't know if I agree. But I think if you put Josh Acheampong in that Crystal Palace team, he'd have done just as well. Josh ain't had opportunities, but when I would say for the average of the games that they've played, Josh has been better than Lacroix. Obviously, it's harsh to say that when Josh has barely played, but I think what we see from Josh Acheampong, like he would do. If you put Josh Acheampong in Crystal Palace's team, he'd look just as good, if not better.
So you telling me you wouldn't take Lacroix?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not. Because I don't think he's at the level we should be aiming for. I get that we ain't got Champions League. I get that we ain't got any Europe, and that maybe getting the most world-class players out there is going to be a bit difficult.
Exactly. So
I think it's lazy. I think why are we not going? All right, but why are we not going for players like Bastoni?
Bastoni ain't going to come to us.
Why not?
Because he isn't. Why would he leave Inter?
What?
Okay, if he was to leave Inter, why would he come to us?
Okay, right. Now, Inter,
He's got
they've just... Okay,
Barcelona there. He's got Barcelona there wanting his signature. Why would he choose between Barcelona and Chelsea?
well, we could at least go for him.
Yeah, we can at least go for
It's
it.
like,
but
it's
what
like,
are you
no, it's
trying
like,
to
think about it. It's like, not in a rude way, but the bottom kid in the bottom set of maths, they're not going to just not take the paper. They're not going to, even though they're going to fail, they're not going to just not take the maths paper. That ain't how it works. You ain't going for these elite players. One thing, like, we've got involved in the transfers early, right? Which I guess is good, but what's the point? We're getting worse and worse, right? We, like, left backs, we had Carreras, who's meh. I think he's a very minimum of the quality of player we should be signing. I would argue.
The left backs that we've been linked with ain't been that brilliant.
I mean, Lewis Hall, we should have just nicked him because
we shouldn't have let him go.
he's probably the apart from Cucurella, he's the best left back we've had since Alonso, definitely. I know Chilwell won us a Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What? I don't know. I think it's valid, but I'm frustrated. I also think I've just got less patience. I think that's also it. But anyway, you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right, mate. Guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the transfer news update. Smash a like, smash subscribe. Make sure you check out Yosef's channel, Yosef Chelsea Blues. See you later. Win, lose, or draw. Get these useless clowns out of our club. And I'm not saying Blue Co out because that's just been hijacked. Cheers.